everybody, and welcome to Citrus Quest. As always, I am your host, Ichabod Orange, and with me today so far, I have my lovely co-host, Miss Steam.
Hi.
We have a lot of crazy stuff to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and start after Mundane Matt because everybody already knows that he's a fucking fagaloon. Yeah.
He's
So
he's a he's a
we
faggot on
can,
steroids.
we can start with Pastafarianism is not a religion. Dutch court rules.
Mm.
Scotland is no longer a faith-based community. Or how the steampunk community was rocked by its own Me Too movement.
Oh god.
Oh, let's start with that one. That one seems like the most fun to start with.
hmm
Anything you want to preface this with, or
they're all allegations at the moment. As it, I fall on the side that it's fake.
sorry, guys.
There is no discernible proof, so take it with a massive grain of salt.
Fair enough. All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to read this off in my usual newsy accent, but I cannot see the chat. I have tried and tried, but I will not be able to see the chat because if I keep it open, everything's gonna break. So,
It's okay. I've got the stream up and I'm shilling you at the moment.
okay. So I'm gonna start reading this off, but keep in mind I can't see the chat, so
If there's a question, I'll tell you.
yeah. If there's a question, Steam, you let me know, since our producer is not here yet. Alright. How the steampunk community was rocked by its own hashtag MeToo scandal. Jeff Mark, an influential leader with the steampunk community, has been accused of sexual and financial wrongdoing. He denies the many claims against him. For years, you couldn't talk about the steampunk of the Northeast without mentioning Jeff Mark. Bet you could, but that's beside the point. For a decade, the event organizer had dominated the scene for the subculture that celebrates the aesthetic of the Victorian area fused with sci-fi. He was also a key player among Renaissance fair enthusiasts, kinksters, practitioners of BDSM, bondage, sadomasochism, and sexual domination, pagans, and any number of overlapping communities. Mark was famous not only because of his conventions were some of the biggest and best attended, but because he had a cult of personality, a well-cultivated brand. He also blogged and spoke publicly about good sexual consent practices, claiming to be a builder of safe spaces. Ooh, an asshole? So, when Mark was publicly accused of personal and professional abuse, the fallout was huge. Mark's events were centered around in New Jersey, though they took place throughout the Northeast. His three largest events were Steampunk World's Fair, an all-ages weekend, Wicked Fair, a hodgepodge event, and the Ginky Kink event, a fusion of BDSM and fan convention that seemed to grow with each passing year. Eventually, there was even a satellite GKE in New England. At their heights, even the abundance broke 4 digits. With the Me Too movement charging conversation about abuse, people who felt victimized by Mark finally felt there was a space for them to be heard. When Mac posted on Facebook in mid-January asking for volunteers for an upcoming event, the dam burst. From the many stories shared on social media over the last 2 months, many of which have been aggregated on a blog called Ally View, patterns of toxic, manipulative behavior emerged. These allegations ranged from exploiting cheap labor to make his business profitable, to even leveraging his position of power to commit acts of harassment, including frequently offering sexual favors from young underlings as compensation. New former associates of Mark spoke to the Daily Beast on the record, including event performers, former employees, and those who had sexual encounters with him.
Praise Doug.
Praise Doug indeed. 4 accusers spoke to the Daily Beast about harassing or assaulting them, 3 personally. 3 others have posted on blogs or social media alleging the same. In addition, 3 of his long-term partners, all of whom were young and inexperienced in dating and kink at the time, have claimed online that he would pressure them into sex and BDSM acts and otherwise manipulate them. I had an intense chronic insomnia episode, wrote a former partner of Mark on FetLife, the BDSM social media network, who requested her username be withheld elsewhere, but told the Daily Beast that she stands by her original post. He has a phobia of not sleeping and many meds to control this phobia. He pushed his meds on me to assuage his own fear. This is the only time in my life I had suicidal ideations, and I think it was due to these medicines he was giving me. Through this, he almost killed me. Mark denied the allegations, saying on the 2 occasions to have found her in my medicine bag. We were certainly discussing the possibility she should try some of my medication, he admitted to the Daily Beast, concerned for her lack of sleep. I was really damn desperate. When I saw that she had written saying quite clearly that I forced medication on her, I was extremely upset, because that's a lie. He used a knife and left marks on my chest during a BDSM encounter. Another woman who goes by Le Sexuel Romance told the Daily Beast, which is where I said I didn't want marks. I didn't want him to use a knife. Mark does not recall the encounter. The record of alleged abuse bled over into Mark's personal life. Everyone told the Daily Beast that he hit on them when they were volunteering for working for him. Nearly everyone interviewed recalled a habit of saying he would provide sexual favors from workers as payment during events. Mark denies these claims. He was doing these weird things where he was offering people to other people. Former events volunteer Catherine Kopitek told the Daily Beast, who recalls both being offered the sexual services of young volunteers and being offered to a staff member at an event without a consent. Like others, she thought that perhaps he was joking. Mark denies offering sexual favors as payment. In any case, Kopitek, continued volunteering and socializing with Mark. You caught in this kind of cult of personality, she explained. Then, at an event of 2014, Kopitek alleged that Mark violated her consent during a BDSM scene. She says he left while her judgment was impaired and passed her off to a couple she had never met, let alone consented to sexual contact with. I believe in believing the victim and believing the accuser, said Mark of the Kopitek story, but I also say specifically that there was an actual stopping of the scene and verbal discussion. He says the situation haunts him. How do you judge whether or not there was enough verbal discussion? How do we judge what headspace people were in? How do we judge these years after they happen? At the time, Kopitek decided to keep the incident to herself. In the moment, I sat there and looked at the reality of the situation, she said. I realized that if I said everything, kind of would have gave him a black mark. I wouldn't be welcome in the community. I'd seen it happen enough, claiming that Mark would besmirch the reputation of those who spoke out against him, a habit that several former associates echoed to the Daily Beast. Mark told the Daily Beast that not only did he and Kopitek remain friends after the incident she described, but they shared BDSM scenes after that fact, too. Kopitek said that after the incident with Mark, she had had sexual encounters with him privately twice, once where money was exchanged, and the other time where he observed her having sexual interaction with another woman for a time. Once I started the disclosure process with someone on the JME consent team, I was no longer in contact with Jeff. Before that, I'll admit I was a vulnerable member of the community. I was too broke to attend these events without assistance, so to remain in a community that had supposedly accepted me, and would supposedly accept me as the weird freak I was, I needed to keep interacting with Jeff on some level. In addition to the sexual allegations, other bad business practices are also alleged against Mock. Several former associates shared online and foretold the Daily Beast that Mock had a history of simply not paying people to whom he promised money. Jeff, at the time, had practiced avoiding putting out money that he felt he didn't have to. Alexandra Snyder, who worked at Mock Performance Manager from 2009 to 2012, told the Daily Beast her instructions for dealing with the talent. If no one brings up compensation, they don't get paid. She says Mock directed at her. If they called foul, find an insulting sum to shut them up. Jeff ran a fundraiser for me at one point when I was in the hospital with heart issues, and I've never seen a dime of it. Glenn, a former employee, told the Daily Beast. Mock says that the event didn't turn a profit, and that besides, he ran another fundraiser to launch a program that never materialized. During his time in Mock's employ, albeit with no contract, see, that was your first mistake, claims he lent much of his own money to the company. He also maintains that Mock verbally promised him over $15,000, on which he has since given up. Mock insists that has not related these concerns to him personally. Says that Mock blocked him wherever possible online. Yada, yada, yada. How long does this fucking go? Oh my god. Okay, so here's what I'm gathering.
I told you it was long-winded. Don't... I told you it was long-winded. I even warned you.
Story is not unusual for Jeff Mock events, which had an extraordinarily high snap turnover of all accounts, including Mock's. Mock had a tendency to hire impressionable young people. Okay, so I'm assuming that there's no, like, real, proof of any of this?
There's that, like, I looked it up, and the allegations are still going. Now, when I first found this was on the Deviant stream onto Wolfie's channel, where we were talking about BDSM related news. And I saw this, and I didn't really know much about it at the time, but when I looked more into it, apparently there isn't much evidence, and there isn't much evidence on either side, to be honest.
Well, yeah, these things are usually kept pretty fucking hush-hush.
And the allegations, they seem to repeat themselves a lot. And the stuff that's like outrageous, and it's like it could happen, but I really doubt it did.
Yeah, so you have your doubts.
I'm on the side of it's fake, to be honest, but like we don't certainly know.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, there's really not a whole lot you can do about it.
Because if it turns out he was innocent, thing is, okay, so don't take this wrong way for steampunks and all that stuff. Now, I have to state this because of the way people. You don't have to be a left winger to be steampunk. You could be a right winger and be steampunk. You could be a Nazi. You could be a communist and still be steampunk. There's nothing at play at steampunk. Problem where if you're a big name, rumors like this, they get spread around convention to a convention.
Yeah.
And a lot of steampunk aren't really internet savvy.
Yeah.
So we're actually in their 40s and 50s, to be honest.
But why aren't they internet savvy? Don't y'all?
Because a lot of steampunks are in their 40s and 50s and have kids, and on the internet as much as most people.
Boomerish.
Kind of. There's not many millennial. Steampunks, than there used to be. It's more of just the fact of millennials just aren't really into steampunk, and the older generation just are.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of steampunk aren't in the savvy. It's usually the internet thing. These rumors get spread around from convention to convention. This can destroy his career.
Yeah.
Steampunks are relatively in their 30s, stuff like that. It's they're gonna take it at face value. They're not really gonna look too much into it because people, they have kids, a job, a real life, they don't have time to look everything up and shit.
Yeah.
So if it's fake, then holy shit, we need to clear his name right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, it's understandable in the concept of one of these situations. It's hard to take the accuser's side a lot of the time, and that is because of how often it turns out that the accuser's in it for a cash grab or something like that. Especially in a situation where he's got a history of not paying his talent, which means probably some of them are a little pissy about it. But it can't necessarily mean all of them.
I feel like I have to state that steampunk is non-political. You can be any side, because whenever I explain some of the problems in that steampunk genre, for instance, like social problems, people go like, "Oh, it's an SJW thing." No, it's more of an age gap thing.
Yeah, no, I understand. What do you think on this, Bridge? As you mess with your headset.
Am I audible?
You are now.
You are, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, so
I mean, first of all, I was going to say younger people in their 30s are still technically millennials. That was my first comment.
you know what I mean. Like, there's not many people in their 20s that are interested.
Yeah, that's starting to dip into Gen Z by the time you get to your age. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've run into a lot of steampunk people who are younger. I'm actually a little surprised by.
Your mic's going everywhere.
I know the mic's going everywhere.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry about that.
So,
I can get the other one back if you want me to.
Here's the thing. That might be a good idea, number one. But number two is, like, here's the thing. Like, if there's no proof, I can't say one way or the other. That's up to the court to decide. Plain and simple about it. But we are going to move on to an article as requested called The 12 Weirdest Animal Penises on Earth. Updated by Chris Gayomali. I'm just gonna
I'm a bit scared about this.
I'm gonna let that sink in while I do this, because the wonderful Optimus Christ has joined us, and I am gonna send him this article so he can read it out for you all.
Oh, Wolfie's in the waiting room too.
Oh. Insert foot and mouth and I suppose.
Where's the article? Because I have to put it in the chat.
Oh no.
It's fine. You don't have to. No.
That's fine. Okay.
I'll send you the link. Wait.
Can you hear me better or worse now?
You are better now.
Much better.
So, yeah. Optimus, you go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to run the dog to the wife while you get down the first parts of this lovely article that we had requested to us.
And I just ate, too. That's the bad part. Whew. Okay, so the title of the article is The 12 Weirdest Animal Penises on Earth. Procreating is a serious business in the animal kingdom, and Mother Nature has gone out of her way to cleverly ensure the survival of her many, many denizens. From sex organs with multiple heads to prodigious, whatever, shafts exceeding an animal's own body length. Here are 12 of the weirdest and often scariest animal penises on the planet. Number 1, mine. Oh no, so redacted. Sea slug has the peculiar ability to discard his penis after copulation. But what makes the soft-bodied marine mollusk particularly different is its ability to grow a new penis within 24 hours. Sea slugs are simultaneous hermaphrodites, meaning they possess both male and female genitals and use both during intercourse. Once the slugs complete copulation, they crawl away with their elongated penises still dangling, and then the organs suddenly sever from their bodies and float away. Within 24 hours, the slugs regenerate the penises and are ready to do it all over again. Number 2. The fish penis with 4 sharp hooks. At first glance, this unremarkable freshwater dweller from Mexico looks harmless, yet the newly discovered Llanos mosquito fish, Gambusia quadruncus, is in possession of some of the most fearsome genitalia on the planet, says Megan Gannon at Live Science. North Carolina State University researchers found a reproductive shaft equipped with 4 sharp hooks, which males use to grab onto resistant females during mating. It's a whole new meaning to rape. It's definitely an unpleasant-looking genital barb, says Ian Shant at Ecosystem. But when they're trying to break through the tissue that blocks their mate's genital pores, male mosquito fish are probably less concerned with winning any beauty contests.
Joy. Shank penis.
Shank penis.
Help me!
No,
Look,
we're only
you're
on
not,
number 3.
You're not the one reading it, okay?
Wait, the sea turtle's massive, terrifying penis?
Yes, male sea
Oh,
turtles
no.
are horrifically well endowed, says Darren Neisch at Scientific American. Soft shell varieties, like the leatherback, have penises that, when erect, extend to nearly half the animal's 8-foot body length.
Jesus.
The endpoint culminates in a 5-lobed head that discharges semen from 4 different branches. Think Ridley Scott's Alien franchise.
Oh.
Scientists surmise that males evolved these innovative penises in order to inseminate females from long distances, namely to get past their protective shells and bulky swatting tails. I was wondering where they got that from. They got it from me.
My poor innocent mind can't handle it.
Uh-huh.
It's have sit down for a good fap and get someone from 25 miles away. That's yeah.
By the way, that is, yes, ladies and gentlemen, a 4-foot penis.
Number 4. The Argentine bluebird duck's long corkscrew. I'm kind of disturbed at the innovative names that they make up for these. Most male birds don't have penises, but a few, such as the Argentine lake duck, more than make up for it, says Miss Selenia at Mental Floss. More like mental mouthwash afterwards. The duck's penis is shaped like a corkscrew and can extend to more than 17 inches. The bird is only 16 inches tall. Females are often observed trying to fly away from an eager mate, leading experts to believe that the long penis could be an evolutionary response that makes forced copulation easier. Conversely, the long penis could be the reason the females tried to escape. Before we continue with number 5, just imagine having one of these ducks taken into a party and using it to open up a wine bottle.
I think it's more important to note that all ducks are rapists.
All ducks need to die. I hate ducks.
I mean, that is why your people eat them over there in the UK, probably.
I don't eat duck. I don't like the taste of duck. Ducks can...
Does it taste like rape to you, Steam?
Aww. That's actually just a dickhead.
So yes.
Number 5. The fish with the penis on its head. Most animals have their reproductive organs located close to their tail ends, but that is not the case for a newly discovered species of riverfish identified in Vietnam's Mekong Delta. Thalastheus culling's penis sprouts, oddly enough, out of its head. More specifically, the reproductive organ shoots out from just under the fish's throat, giving the fish the unique ability to grab onto the female with its mouth while fertilizing her eggs at the same time. So,
Jeez.
this fish is a spear chucker?
I guess. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. Just as long as he's okay reading it.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh dear God. Did Wolf? Did Steam tell you what she's drug you in here for?
No.
Oh, I am so sorry, man.
Well, I'm gonna send you the link, and I want you to read.
We're currently reading an article, and we are on number 6, and I'm sorry.
It's kind of my revenge.
There is nothing acceptable about this article.
Yes,
Just
daughter.
a note.
So
Number
you're reading
6.
number 6, yep.
The warehouse pirate bug dagger-like shaft. Okay. A warehouse pirate bug is typically used to guard grain storage warehouses, where it chows down on threatening moths and larvae. The tiny 3 millimeter point 0.11 inches if you're American creature also practices one of the animal kingdom's most dangerous copulation methods. Its spiny penis is razor sharp, and instead of immensely inseminating females by traditional means, the bug uses its sex organs to violently stab through her exoskeleton in order to ejaculate. This leaves gaping, seeping wounds in in female pirate bugs, who often die shortly after.
I wonder what would happen if they like orgasm and then it got in a bug's eye. Would she be like, "Arg"?
That'd be the one weirdest facial ever.
Jesus fucking
The pirate bug, it's my duty to stab that booty.
Christ.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Optimus. Let's hear about the dolphin's retractable hand.
Hey, dolphins have been known to pimp slap people. Okay?
Apparently.
Where's my money, bitch? Where's my money?
The good-natured swimmers have retractable penises that are kind of like multi-tools. And no, we're not talking about video games where it's a handheld electronic device. Not only does the male dolphin's penis swivel around, but it's often also used to feel out other objects, kind of like a human hand. This gives the dolphin a ravenous sexual appetite, says Nidorama, and could help explain why males are often seen trying to hump inanimate objects and other animals like sea turtles. I wonder what
Or
would
even
happen
humans.
if they just like what if they tried to fap? Would they use their hand to fap their
Oh
hand?
no, I actually know this. What they do is they actually get like a dead fish and just masturbate with that. They just put a dead fish mouth on.
Oh boy. Apparently, flatworms are pro at fencing. Number 8, flatworms' fencing penises. Flatworms are hermaphrodites, meaning they have both male and female sex organs, which triggers some seriously odd reproductive behavior. When trying to impregnate another worm, for example, the flatworm tries to pierce the skin of the other using its penis. Experts term this heated competition penis fencing. The first to successfully impregnate the other while fending off advances become the de facto male, who wins because he won't have to expend the energy required to carry eggs. Number 9.
Oh, God.
How do you pronounce that one?
Echidna.
Echidna.
Oh god, echidnas.
The echidnas turn taking heads. The echidna, also known as the spiny anteater, is native to Australia and New Guinea. Like its cousins the platypus, echidna females lay eggs instead of giving birth like other mammals. Scientists, however, have long been so the echidna only inserts 2 at any given time. 2 in a pink and 2 in a stink. Studies suggest that going half-seas may make the individual sperm swim faster. Number 10.
Oh, God. I'll take this one. Male orb spiders detach their penis and insert them into the female spiders to impregnate them, says Jennifer Welsh of Live Science. Having penis-detached intercourse allows the male spider not only to escape the hungry female, who successfully eats the male 75% of the time, but also gives them a better chance of fending off competing males. New research suggests that without the extra weight bogging them down, the new eunuchs become superior fighters with enhanced endurance that gives them a better shot at surviving. Catch!
Well,
Penis!
Yeah. If you can't fuck anything, you're gonna spend your energy doing other stuff like fighting.
Accordion-like organ.
No, why do you do this
Too late.
to me?
Hey, you're the one that presented the article. You got to read sometime.
I didn't put in the barnacle accordion like an organ. They don't appear to do much more than stick to the underside of boats. Barnacles actually possess one of the longest penises in the world, at least relative to their body size. For, like penis extending from its shell, has an exoskeleton with accordion-like folds that stretch out to inseminate nearby females. Barnacles that live near shore breaks often develop thicker man parts to survive the crash of oncoming waves.
Hardy, thick, accordion-like man parts. Wolfie, do you want to read the last one?
The Argonaut octopus detachable worm. It's a strap-on, people. Male Argonauts are much smaller than females, only 3/4 of an inch versus a gal's 4 inches. Whoa, they're bigger than men. That's why, yes, I went there. They have a bit. That's why when attempting to mate, the diminutive male Argonaut octopus tries to maintain its distance using a special tentacle that detaches from its body. The swimming penis squirms its way over to the female to deliver semen to her waiting eggs. The practice is so deceptive, in fact, that when Italian scientists first discovered it in the 1800s, they thought it was a new kind of parasitic worm.
So, the penises of wildlife have now been discussed. Does anybody have any comments for this train of discussion? Or rather, train wreck of discussion?
What?
I challenge you to a duel of fencing.
Fencing penises?
I don't know, I'm a pirate.
You're the one gonna have the wound.
I knew at least 4 of them.
You already knew about at least 4 of those various wildlife penises?
Yeah.
Now she'll be talking about squirrel spiral penises, or not squirrel, pigs. Pig spiral penises.
I already know about that.
Oh god.
I'm not so sure if this is a legit article, but this was dropped by our producer, Bridge.
Yeah, so don't blame me. Whoever blamed me.
Nazi raccoons on the march in Europe. They're actually American, but feel right at home in Kassel, Germany, which has become the European raccoon capital since the animals were introduced here under the Third Reich. The story begins in 1934, when the breeder asked the Reich Forestry Office, then led by future top Hitler aide Hermann Goering, for permission to release the mask-faced mammals to enrich the local fauna outside Kassel, a small city north of Frankfurt. Raccoon pelts were a popular trophy for hunters back then. Biologist Ulf Hermann said they were also raised for their fur at special farms, where they were imported from North America early last century. 17 years on, the furry critters are now as populous in some areas of Germany as in the major urban centers of North America. A whopping 1 per hectare, 2.5 acres, Homan said. Somewhere between 100,000 and a million raccoons are estimated to live in Germany, making them prime targets for hunters. Some 20,000 were shot during the last season, according to official statistics. But unfortunately for the denizens of a growing number of European capitals, they like cities? Why is this Nazi raccoons in a furry blitzkrieg?
That's my point. The whole point of why I put that article in there is that I was horrified that they were accusing the raccoons of being Nazis just because they were kidnapped from their homeland and introduced into Germany by Nazis.
And here's another article saying that they're, oh my god, they're settling in Sweden.
Yeah, I can read this one if you want.
Oh,
The settling in
Probably.
Sweden.
yeah, go ahead.
Have you seen a raccoon in real life? Like, they're non-existent in England.
That's just because none have come through the channel.
Sounds like me, y'all a bunch of pussies, and need to let Optimus Christ read his shit.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so the article is officials worry raccoons are settling in Sweden. Reported sightings of raccoons in southeastern Sweden have officials again worried the animals settling into the country. 2 independent sightings were made in Kalmar County and reported to the Swedish Hunters Association. Wildlife experts fear that if a population of raccoons establish themselves in Sweden, it will grow exponentially as the animals are expert scavengers. They missed the word "are." So yeah, so raccoon is perhaps not very serious. I don't know. Have you seen Ichabod? But if they are able to multiply and spread, they can, of course, be here for the long term, said Frederick Ustrup, a game management consultant. Because a game management consultant is a professional in raccoons. Okay.
Well,
No,
maybe
okay.
not one in
They
England.
mean- hang on, they
Like
mean
fish
game
and
management
game.
consultant as in, yeah.
Yeah, like fish and
Okay.
game.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I retract my statement.
Oh no, he probably still don't know fuck all about raccoons. He's English.
Yeah, okay. Officials are now setting up traps and cameras to see if anything turns up. Another sighting was made last week about a raccoon north of Kalmar in the small town of Valdersvik. There we go. But the hunting, what she said.
I
But
almost
the
thought you said Voldemort.
Yeah, you can just say Voldemort. I don't care how you pronounce names.
But the Hunting Association does not considered. But the Hunting Association do not consider it an accurate sighting because the nocturnal animal was said to have been seen during the day.
Oh, for fuck you. Okay.
So just a one short comment on this article before we continue. Spell check and grammar check. Do you use it, motherfucker?
Steam, we can hear your mic doing the thing. Okay, just letting you know. Because the chat brought it up. Alright, so here's what I have gathered from today's show. Steampunk allegations of dick touching and or vaginal rubbing. Nazi raccoon wildlife penises. 12 of them. And just... Dear God, let's just get into the questions because this is hurting my brain.
So it's basically sex, and raccoons are Nazis. Got it.
Y'all a bunch of fucking assholes.
Raccoons are either
No.
are
You
either
love
Nazis
us.
or refugees.
People
Depending
are,
on how you see it.
people are giving Trump shit because he's putting a few illegal immigrants into goddamn cages. Y'all are spying on us, throwing us in cages. Some of us get exterminated. Y'all leave my species alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
the
my
raccoons
lunch.
are getting a tough break.
No shit. Y'all fuckers poison us. God
I do
damn.
not.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, it's like raccoons aren't like they're kind of seen in vermin, but they shouldn't be treated like they're rats or something. They should be.
The reason people do that is because of the harmful stereotype that everybody thinks raccoons are all rabid. So just like rats got associated with the Black Death, so everybody thinks all rats are bad. Everybody thinks all rats are bad. People think all raccoons are bad because rabies.
I mean, we are carriers. But that's no reason to exterminate us. Damn.
They're caring.
Y'all sound like a bunch of Nazis.
Not all raccoons are carriers.
I know.
Oh, we didn't have raccoons. here is
Hashtag not
because
all
they never-
raccoons. Let's get it trending.
The only reason why we
Yes.
don't have raccoons here is because they've never made it to England. And the thing is, if raccoons came here, they wouldn't be fucking put down. They would probably be put in an enclosure or something.
I'm just saying, Steam, your environment means nothing to my species. Hashtag Coon Lives Matter.
Okay, I love that. Now that's a hashtag we need to use. Coon Lives Matter. Oh, wait, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe
Hashtag.
not.
Hashtag not all
Raccoon.
coons.
Not all raccoons. There you go. Not all raccoons.
Hashtag
we have to have the
bandit face.
raccoons in there.
Anyway,
Things.
okay, so here's the deal. I'm moving the show on a little faster than usual because I am fucking tired. So I'm going to do two things real quick. Number one, I'm sorry I haven't been around as much as I want to. Number two, the Streamlabs link thing is in the description if you do decide you want to donate. Keep in mind that your donations go into Citrus Quest Extra, a special show that comes on for people who participate in the Citrus Quest Discord, where we rent a movie and do all that shit. Right? Good. Now, we're going to move on to the Would You Rather $1 Million Butt questions, because I have been incredibly sick the past few days. And, to be fair, for some time. So, I'm not feeling super up to continuing going as much as I can, but that's why I'm doing a kind of a quick show this evening, especially since I have to be up tomorrow to host Sunday Fun Day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Red
Yeah,
gave
funny
me
thing.
the responsibility to host Sunday Fun Day. God damn, it's good to be an American. Anyway,
Proud
so
to be an American.
Oh, jeez.
we're going to do this in this order. That way Steam has a chance to come up with a question, and so does Bridge. We're going to go with Optimus Christ, then Sir Wolfie, then me, then Bridge, then Steam, with our questions. But we're going to go ahead and start with you, Optimus. Do you have a Would You Rather or $1 Million Butt question for anybody in the stream?
Maybe I'm misunderstanding the context. What were the two options?
Would you rather, would you rather suck a fat dick or eat a baby in mid-flight from being thrown from a cliff? Or a $1 Million Butt question of, you get $1 million, but you have to perform analingus on Anita Sarkeesian while she has explosive diarrhea.
Can I just kill myself now?
No killing yourself option, but you do get to ask whoever you want one of either of those two kinds of questions.
I don't know. I think I'd have to actually think about that, so I will go ahead and pass on that one.
Alright, well for now we're moving to Sir Wolfie then. Wolfie, got a question for anybody?
Yeah. Would you rather be fucked by a pirate bug or an octopus?
Oh, which person?
You, Ichabod.
I guess the pirate bug, because at least then I get to die afterwards.
Well,
Bridge.
the bug's much smaller. You'll just have a laceration.
Yeah, I'd just be like, ow, you little bastard.
Didn't even buy me flowers or a movie.
Bridge, your turn. Do you have a Would You Rather $1 Million Butt question?
I thought it would be your turn. I thought you
Alright,
were saying
fair
you were
enough.
gonna be-
Bridge, $1 million,
no.
but you have to wear a collar in public with a fluffy butt plug in for 1 hour.
I know some people that would do that for free.
So do I, but Bridge isn't one of them.
Oh, so it's not that type of stream. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Fine, yes, I'd take the
Oh,
$1 million for that.
she's gonna take the... She's gonna take the leash, collar, and tail treatment and take that $1 million. Bridge,
Wait a minute. Who's leading her?
Bridge, it's your turn to ask a question.
We'll have that conversation off air. Oh, Jesus.
Would you rather $1 million buck question? You ask anybody.
Oh, God.
Anybody in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need to look back up the evil question now.
Well,
Darn it.
If you want to pass, we can move back to Optimus, and then we can come back to you.
Yeah, let's do that for a second.
Alright. Optimus, do you think you got a general idea of the format here?
Okay. Ichabod, you get $1 million, but you have to spend the next 4 days in a cage like the raccoon.
With nothing that would kill me.
Nothing that would kill you.
Yeah, I'll do that shit.
As a matter of fact, you're relatively comfortable and you get fed.
Okay, yeah, no, I'd fucking do that shit. I don't give a damn. We have a question from the chat. I guess I will ask. I'm gonna ask Wolfie this one. Would you rather be impaled or get the fist of Dolphin Fury?
What do I get?
It's a would you rather, so one or the other. You either get impaled by a large, let's say, metal pipe, or you take, like I said, the Dolphin Fist of Fury, the handy dandy dolphin penis.
I was about to say
I would rather be impaled by the rod.
He's gonna take a rod instead of a palm. Alright, so, Bridge. Back to you.
Darn it, I can't access my email. Some other week on that one. I'm trying to think now. Darn you. Okay, I'm trying to think. Darn it.
Steam, do you have a question for this week, or?
I guess so. Wolfie.
What?
$1 million, but be the K's slave and let him do anything to you for an entire week. And I mean anything.
Mr.
Who are
K.
you?
Mr. K.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
She means right-wing BDSM guy.
I know who right-wing BDSM guy is. A good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I'm wearing my chastity belt, but sure.
He'll take the money and Mr. K gets the rest. Alright,
You
Bridge.
heard it here first.
I actually
What?
didn't think I picked a good one, but apparently I did.
Alright, Bridge, it's your turn to ask a question.
I'm straight, everybody. Just remember that.
Sure you are.
Not for the next 24 hours, you ain't. You got a bird in my
I want the $1 million first.
Alright. Bridge, what was your $1 million
God.
letter, would you rather? Hi, Mocha.
I know. There's a mocha.
Yes,
Hello.
there is.
Hello.
I might be weirdly saved by the mocha for a moment.
Nope. Time for your question.
Oh God. Trying to think. I really am blank-brained on this.
Okay, you either have to come up with a question right now, or I get to ask you another one.
Oh God. I guess you another one, and I'll really have to look up the other one for next week.
All right, Bridge. Just keep in mind you really need to keep these general idea of these. Okay,
Yeah.
silly. From the full-size truck, or eat the puss of every female fan I have.
I'm gonna dick punch your fart box.
Yeah. Bridge, take the female fans. He only has like 2.
That is
This
not
includes
true, and I
trans
know it.
people.
I don't think all of your female fans would want me to.
Doesn't matter.
Pagan Kitten is bisexual, by the way, and she's a fan.
Wait, who is?
My wife.
Oh dear.
All right. So you've got your selection: either dick punch in the fart box, or a very numb mouth.
I really don't know how many people that is. That's
I told you it's 2. 2 solid people.
3. Three
at
my wife.
3 at the most.
I mean, to be fair, at least Mocha,
Okay,
Steam,
1.5.
Minty,
1.5.
Callie, Cassie, Tranime,
yeah, no,
Red,
that's why I'm thinking. It's like
Kitten.
I don't.
Kitten, Steam,
Look on the bright
thankfully
side.
I get a pass for some of those because some of them wouldn't want me to.
No, it doesn't matter. You
look-
gotta do
no
it.
pass, you have to do
Look-
it. Opal,
Okay, that's like saying I'd be forced to rape Steam, and I'm not going to do that.
I don't want her mouth anywhere near it. Thank you very much.
Tabby.
Look on the bright side. At least with me, all you have to do is just lay there. I'll be done in about 3 hours.
It has to be in the
I
butt,
have
though.
some
And I got the
crucifixion
video
on the
camera-
sawhorse.
Video
instead.
camera taping it either way for money. So.
Oh yeah. It's not often you see a truck go inside of a bridge.
I think we broke Bridge.
I have a picture for this. Hold on, I have a
Oh
picture.
God, no.
I
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Gimme.
Hold
I
on.
was
Um,
I was never volunteered inside the sawhorse for 3 days.
she came in at the tail end, but I think I will let Mocha, if you'd like, you can ask anybody in here. Would you rather $1 million butt question?
It actually hurting.
I'm in so much pain right now and doped up on shit. I would not be the perfect person to ask a question.
There you go. Citrus
Fair
got
enough.
real.
Oh, that is not where we put these things, Optimus.
Where do we put those things?
Well, let me see what it is. Oh, you put that in the fucking degeneracy box. Caldora's
I mean,
box.
that would be the right place for it.
Generousy box. Got it.
Is that not where he put? Oh, that is not where he
Jesus,
put it.
unholy Christ. Ladies and
That is
gentlemen,
not
boys
where
and
he
girls,
put it.
children of all ages, I have been joined very briefly by my co-host over at, I'm the co-host over at Hello Gaming Mocha. Okay, I'm sorry. My co-host, Miss Steam, my producer, Bridge Building Lime, of course, Sir Wolfie and Optimus have also popped in. Do you guys want to talk at all about your channels before we go into our ending music, which is royalty free, because I'm gonna have at least one fucking stream that's not copyright claimed.
Well, I just want to say this right now. I have a song that you could play. It's royalty free.
That doesn't help anything, and you damn well know it.
I am so fucking high right now.
I wholeheartedly understand. Oh, we lost Optimus.
I got him. Get your fat ass
I
back.
clicked the wrong thing.
Fucking amazing. Anything you wanna shill or talk about before we go?
YouTube is AIDS.
YouTube is in fact AIDS. Wolfie, got anything?
YouTube can't be cured. Unless we blow it up.
Well, yeah, it's AIDS. That was kind of
Okay.
ew.
Pretty much everyone go subscribe to my coffee corner for a lot of very interesting videos. I had to get the Big Daddy back. Alright, and pretty much so go subscribe to Hallowed Gaming. I am high, and I will ramble for an hour, so you need to, like, shut me up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to end out the show with, as always, your Coon thought
I
of
like
the evening.
penis.
She does, in fact, like penis.
And vagina.
But here's the thing. Here is your Coon thought of the evening.
Vagina is better than the peen.
I just want you all to think about the fact that California is currently trying to put out a exemption into a law that said you had to tell people coffee causes cancer.
Wait, what?
Okay, but can we say with all K's?
Coffee causes cancer, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
My name is Ichabod. Good night!